All right, my friends, let's see how you did. So for the 25th term, you're just going to replace n with 25. Just think of it like function notation, no big deal. Anyway, so there you go. Let's see, -1 to the 25th would be -1. And then you're multiplying by 75 minus 2, or 73. So I'm hoping that your final answer was that a sub 25 is equal to -73. All right, and I'm hoping that you're finding this pretty simple. So I'm just going to take a moment to mention your notation. Notice I have my equal signs lined up. And then what that means is that this prompt is kind of implied until you get to the bottom. And then you just kind of like verify that yes, indeed, you do mean the 25th term. So check your notation. When math gets crazy hard, notation is going to save your hide. So set yourself up for success when things get rougher later, okay? All right, for part B here, the 6th term would simply be 6 factorial divided by 2 times 6. Now, as far as how to evaluate this, I'm just thinking of 6 factorial as 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. And you could say times 1, but I hope it makes sense that like you could save yourself a little writing and not write it. Anyway. Let's draw that a little straighter. And then over 2 times 6. So I want to demonstrate kind of like canceling before multiplying to save yourself a little trouble. So really we just have to worry about what's 5 times 4 times 3, which would just be 20 times 3, or 60. So the 6th term of that sequence would have been 60. So a comment before we move on. These definitions, when the way they define the terms is like this. These are called extrinsic definitions, where you don't have to build the terms up one at a time. You could just jump to any term you want. So jump to the 25th term or jump to the 6th term. So those are extrinsic definitions. So fun vocabulary. All right, the next 2 examples are just practicing to make sure you can get comfortable with little tricks of the trade with factorial. So for example 3, simplify each ratio of factorials. For part A, 73 factorial divided by 72 factorial. And then for part B, 23 factorial divided by 25 factorial. See how it goes.